Good morning, everyone. This is your 5 minutes with Flick. This one is a talking version. Sorry to disappoint you. If you want to do some burpees while I'm chatting, knock yourself out. I'm just wandering around my garden, hoping for good lighting, making sure that you don't get a lot of glare off my forehead. So, the talking version today. I've noticed I've done 2 videos now. So one was the leg one, we're getting up off the floor, doing the squats and all that sort of stuff, working in leg strength. And then the push-ups one that I put up the other day, like yesterday. 24 hours seems like a week at the moment. Is anyone else finding that? Anyway, so I was mentioned twice through sheer dumb luck, Vitality for life, and that whole survival thrive kind of thing. So I probably should explain what that actually means. People think that there's biomarkers, biology, so biological markers, and markers as in, like, you could say, those little words. What are words? The reflectors on the side of a road are a marker. Reflectors through the middle of a road are a marker. So they indicate certain things that are going on with the road. So we have biomarkers in our body that indicate certain things going on in our body. So there's this vitality score of 100. And it's basically, if you're under 100, you're doing okay. If you're over 100, you're starting to shave a few years off your life. So when I say if you're under 100, you could be 99.9 and you're doing okay. You're not perfect, you're not in great super supreme health, but you're actually got enough, your body is coping enough that it's not going to shave years off your life. The minute you go over 100, the second, the millisecond, the micro point second. Lily, I'm talking. Just shh. It's very important stuff. She doesn't look impressed. She's like, whatever. Anyway, back to the point. The minute you go over 100, that is starting to take years off your bio age or your referenced age. So in other words, if we say in general that people live to around 80 years of age, I think for women it's actually 84, men it's like 81 or 82. So if you use that as an indicator, then you look at if you're got that over 100 score, then you're going to be starting to take years off that predicted. Now, life happens and people die earlier than they need to, and then they live longer than they need to. There's some people getting around who have some absolutely horrible chronic conditions and are on the verge of death, and have been like that for quite a few years. So it's no guarantees in it all, but these are just general biomarkers, general indicators. So what contributes to the score to get you under 100? Your ability to move, how you feed yourself, your vitamin minerals, your macronutrients, your heart rate, your blood pressure, your bone density, and your relative fatness. So we like to talk about skinny people, fit, healthy, skinny people, but it's actually relative fatness. So I actually was at 34% body fat going back to 2015, I believe it was. Possibly earlier than that. But I was at 34% body fat, which actually puts me in the bit of the above average / obese category for my height and age and all those sorts of things. But at the same time of having 34% body fat, I actually had an above average, like off the chart above average muscle mass for my age. My bone density was also spot on for my age. So while I had a bit of relative fatness, all other biomarkers suggested that I was actually doing okay and that I was in the under 100 category. So sure, I could lose a bit of weight, lose a little bit of body fat if I wanted to, but essentially every other part and every other system in my body was going okay. So if you want to know more about this sort of stuff, we actually do a test called the BioAge test. I can do it online. I can administer it anywhere. Shameless plug. And 5 minutes is up. Done. See ya. Be vital.